Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And finally, time to record the videos for the Chamber of Training stages 2, 3, and 4. These have the limit of only 4-star characters or lower. So any of the really old free-to-play characters or 4-star, 3-stars that you pull from normal summons are the only characters you can use, and 4-star protectors or lower. So no 5-stars, no EXs at all, no new current meta 5-star characters. You gotta really scrape the bottom of the barrel for these. But thankfully, they don't have that much HP in any of the stages to contend with, so they're not, quote-unquote, that difficult, quote-unquote, depending on how your boxes look for old 4-star characters. But let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, the final video of the final chamber of the, at least for now, limited time Chamber of Memories. Chamber of Training Stage 4 wants us to use a fire team, which, options for fire 4-stars, a bit limited, but trainee here, 161k HP, really high attack, gives herself defense, poisons you, heals herself, reverses her stats, which actually means that she's quite tanky instead of being really high attack. So instead of damaging you, you just won't really damage her. And then she also gives herself a continuous heal on top of that. So she becomes very difficult to kill unless you have a very dedicated team. So there are a few ways around it, and by no shock surprise, one of those is Vengeance. So here's the Vengeance team. We've got Albis, we've got free-to-play hero, 5-star fire character. I mean, sure, we're not really going for traditional damage here, so he's not exactly what I would call necessary. If you wanted to bring another green orb changer, you certainly could. But Shinsha, Aaron, Sufia, Isis, orb changers, green buff, Vengeance Albis. If we can get her activated a couple of times, then we can get some good stacks. Trainee does hit you multiple times a turn, so she can stack pretty well, and any counterattacks on top of that will help. If you wanted to run a blue-focused team, probably a bit easier to get stacks of Vengeance, so if that's your goal, you might swap this entire team up, take Hero out, and just put a whole butt ton of blue orb changes in here. Either way, really, it works, as long as you can get Albis up and running. So, turn 1, we got a decent hand, and we could either send the one orange orb, or we could send just the hero orbs and we get another one. We could do a number of things here, so we're just going to send these 4. And you see that we're actually doing a lot of damage until we get the defense up, and she hits us 3 times, and now we've got a green hand, so this can work out. So we'll bring Isis up, we'll use convert, boom, boom. Unfortunately, we don't have enough points to use the Isis green buff, and Albis herself does not reset like Vengeance Velzard. So it does mean things get a bit expensive. So you are banking on just a few turns. But for blues, this will get Albis activated for turn 4. So again, if you wanted to build a blue-focused Vengeance team, probably actually a bit better for you, but I wanted to do greens just to show. And now, I think we'll just run it like this. So green buff, orb change, boom, boom, Vengeance Albis. Now that we've got the green buff, it'll be a lot easier to cycle. Hero is AoE, so he doesn't do a lot of damage to begin with. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But now with the triple hits, we're going to get 3 guaranteed stacks here, or an AoE, which also works. So there's 3 stacks. It's now turn 5, so whatever stacks we get starting from here, that's going to start hitting her, and it'll take off chunks of HP, because she's got really high attack. So, oh yeah, look, an ult. Oh, look, another ult. She's at half health. Oh yeah, we're doing so much damage. Counterattack helps, though, because counterattacks count for Vengeance stacks. Defense up, alright, 1, 2, 3, 7 stacks, and does 49k. And because these bosses don't have, like, that much HP, she's pretty much dead. So, we're good here. We could just big chill. We don't really have to do anything. But we're going to orb change. We're going to give away orbs, which I thought would bring it to hero, but it actually went to Sufia. So, not great, because she's type disadvantage. As long as she doesn't die here, we're looking good. So AoE, alright, cool. And boom, dead. Easy. If you want to huff glue to beat these stages, you can huff glue, and it'll work. So there is the first team that I've used to clear the stage, and now let's come back with a not as efficient team, but still workable. Alright. First time I've used the Ogre's Pride Albis protector in a video. That wasn't her own showcase, but we're going to. And we're going to go with a blue stacking team. Fire Shuna is a blue orb changer, and Albis is stacking alt damage. So, is that good for this content? We don't really have any single target alt damage dealers. It will help us, technically, yes, but how efficient it is, I don't really know. Might be better off using like Satro for the synergy, just swap them around. It'll help you do more. But Shuna, Orb Changer, Soka, Rimuru, Geld, Orb Changers, and then if you have him, the Fire Slime Rimuru that you can get from the Serial Code Bazaar. At least, I still think you can do that. I don't actually know. If you don't have him, you can just bring Hero or something. His Orb changes for oranges, which doesn't help this blue team, but if you have Hero, just use him instead. But he is also fire and magic, so yeah, let's get started. To tell you right now, this fight takes forever. Literally forever, because it's not as efficient as damaging as Vengeance, and once Trainee gets her defense up, like, you don't really do anything to her. So this is going to take a while, and because we're not really adding to our continuous overall damage, like if we were using Weakness Strike or Synergy and it's just on alts, it means that in order to do extra damage with our stacks, we need to alt. And blues do not give you a lot of alt gauge, generally. So, I wanted to use Albis because I don't really use her that often, but is she the best protector for this event? Yeah, I don't really think so. And the alt damage that we're actually getting, not really that useful. Something I don't do on this team is I don't actually cleanse with Shuna, I don't think, which could have saved us quite a bit of health if we had played it a little bit safer earlier, but we also don't have a lot of points because stacking blue 4-star protectors just don't give you a lot of points. So, you really gotta play around with it. Here, do we just orb change with... Nope, okay, we do this. So convert, boom, and then the special convert probably with Soak. No, we swap Soka out. Unfortunate. Alright, orb change, and that's it. So 5 blues. Probably not the best hand right there to use, but we are using the heal charm because there's no way we're going to be here for like 12 turns and not have to heal, especially with poison, especially with her fairly high attack stack and her multiple hits per turn. Like, that's just something that's not feasible. But what is feasible is 5 oranges that are a little bit of attack buffed. It'll get alts for our characters, well, at least closer to an alt for Shuna. It'll get Fire Rimuru an alt. Not that that really matters all that much. Hand of Greens, can't convert that, but I think we're just going to send it because it's 5 orbs. And Rimuru does 8,400. Like, ooh, so damaging. There's the heal. There's the stat swap. So now she has low attack, but really high defense. So this alt isn't really going to hurt that much comparative to what she was doing in the first 7 turns. But we also do crap for damage now. Like, under 1,000 for that Slime Rimuru. Like, it's pretty awful. But her alt, 3,300, it would have done probably almost double that if she were to hit us with it, with her stats not swapped. So, it did actually save us. And the heal charm is also saving us because we are healing back a lot of the damage that we take. It's just, it's real slow going on this team. So if you can use Vengeance and do a blue team, like, just if you take this team and just put Vengeance Albis on instead of this Albis, I'm sure it would work actually very, very well. So that's my advice to you. I wouldn't really run this team. I just wanted it to do something different. But we'll use the orb giveaway, give it all to Shuna. Cool, we'll heal Geld back up even more. This will get her alt. Now that her stats aren't swapped, she has normal defense and it's quite low. And now we can finish it with an alt, even though we got the heal from Trainee. Not a big deal, because we'll just give away again, and we'll stack another 10%. And this is it. That's the fight. 15k, and then the follow-up orbs. Good job, Shuna. Proud of you. you contributed quite heavily to this fight. So there we go. 2 teams that can take on the Chamber of Training Stage 4. If you have other teams that aren't these 2 or the Blue Vengeance team I talked about this entire time, please let me know in the comments. But that's it for me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.